All right, guys, let's get right into the episode for today. So I'm going to talk about happiness, and I'm going to refer to the previous episode that we had last time. So if you guys did not listen to the episode with David Meltzer, please check it out. It was awesome to have him on. He's the CEO of Sports One Marketing. He is an incredible speaker, actually keynote speaker, author of multiple books, and a top-level CEO and business coach. He is an amazing human being, and it was an absolute pleasure to have him on to the podcast. And I want to piggyback off of something he said during the episode. It was one of my favorite quotes as part of the episode, and there's so many gems in there that I'm probably going to do some spin-off episodes strictly from that conversation, because there's so many things to talk about. But one thing he talked about in the episode was happiness is the enjoyment of the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. I'm going to repeat that again. Happiness is the enjoyment of the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. So I want to break that down into smaller pieces because it's incredibly important to understand each piece. And to be frank, I've actually talked about most of these concepts in different pieces throughout the podcast, but the way he phrased that and put it all together is so powerful, and I think it'll do us a lot of good to talk about. So the consistent. So of course, you know what consistency means. Consistency is the ongoing doing of some action, whatever it is, right? So for example, if you want to get stronger, you're going to not just go to the gym once a week. Once a week going to the gym would be effective maybe in maintaining a certain amount of strength, maybe 2 times a week to maintain your strength. But if you're going to develop the strength in your body over time, you're going to have to hit the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week to really get stronger. Well, it's going to be the same thing with whatever you're doing in life, right? You have to be consistent. You have to have that ongoing want or desire or process to do it on a daily or continual basis for you to really improve in something. But he talks about it in the episode as almost this habit forming, or what he says as quantum memory, this ability that it becomes so natural, so part of you that it doesn't even phase you anymore. You're just comfortable doing whatever it is that you're doing, that consistent skill or idea or passion, right? So that consistency becomes a habit, which then makes it natural, which then becomes a part of you. So as I start to kind of go along with the different parts of this phrase, you're going to see how important this all is. So that's kind of consistency. Persistence. The word persistence has to do with the conflicts or the challenges that come along your way. So you can't just be consistent in something. You have to be able to be unfazed by the challenges, by the distractions, by the blockages, by the things that are coming at you that are going to be really difficult when it comes to working on a craft, building a passion, developing your art skill, what have you. You absolutely have to be persistent. Even when the going gets tough, even if something is in your way, you're going to barrel through that and you're going to find a way. And that's how you maintain your consistency. It's through that persistent pursuit. David talks about in the episode as when you're inspired to do something, when you feel that initial pull or tug, you pursue it. You have to act. You have to take the action. So it's this ongoing, consistent action, which is persistent and breaks through the barriers, and you pursue it full out. Right? So now we have the consistent, we have the persistent, we have the pursuit of your potential. So potential is where it gets really difficult, where it gets tricky, because potential means that you are going towards your maximum capacity, towards your highest level of competence. It's where you start to meet the edge or the boundaries of what you are capable of. A lot of people might be doing work that is okay, that is suiting their needs, but does not push them to their ability of potential. It does not press them in the way that challenges them mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You have to do something which puts you at your potential, which tests you, which is exciting in nature, that you can try to reach the bounds of your capabilities, that you will stretch beyond what you know how to do so that you can see what you can actually do. And so, as you can understand, going towards your potential and whatever it is that you must do, that hits you at a core level. It's taking you to a place that's uncomfortable. It's taking you to a place that's often difficult, and yet we will not really be truly happy unless we're hitting our levels of potential. And I think that's where there's a lot of unhappiness in our society, unhappiness in our friend groups, in our schools, in our population right now, because most people are trying to just get by instead of trying to get comfortable in the uncomfortable, getting more comfortable in the pursuit of our potential. And that's a really powerful statement, because now it takes that ownership for, if you want to really be happy, you got to test the boundaries of what you are capable of. And I'll tell you, from my personal standpoint, I only really started to feel actually fulfilled, like truly fulfilled and happy and excited on an ongoing basis when I started to go for what I actually wanted, when I went for what I wanted. And when you go for what you want, it is difficult. It will test you, and you will need to push your boundaries. You will need to be consistent. You will need to be persistent. You will need to pursue it, and you will have to reach towards your potential to really grab what you want. You know, getting to that level is scary, but it sure is worth it. So I really wanted to piggyback off of that statement he made in the last episode. And if you guys have not listened to that episode, please listen to episode number 175, an amazing episode with David Meltzer. And I can't say enough about that episode and what he's doing. A great coach, a great human being, and a great episode. And I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of other follow-up conversations and ideas spinning off of that episode. So please check it out. If you guys enjoyed that episode, please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. It's one of the best ways to support us. I also want to let you know, for our podcast listeners, that we will be revealing a new podcast specific to medical students. So please be on the lookout for that. Have an amazing day and take care.